I'm gonna tell you guys a story about the first time that I can remember that I visited a zoo or aquarium. One of the most amazing places I've ever been to in my entire life is Northwest Trek Wildlife Park here in Washington State. Northwest Trek Wildlife Park basically is home to a lot of native animals of the Pacific Northwest. Out there they have bison, elk, cougars, all these different cool animals. And they have an area called the free roam area where they have all the ungulate and like deer species. They have bighorn sheep, the moose, all these different cool animals. And I remember specifically just being on this tram that would take you through this free roaming area. Obviously there's no carnivores in there, chill out. There's no carnivores eating the animals. But I just remember going through and it being rainy and seeing all the animals just wet and all the different noises and sounds and smells because they were right there in front of you. And I just remember how annoying my voice was being out there and just taking in the Pacific Northwest, right? Like you couldn't get more Pacific Northwest than that. It was gray, it was wet, there was animals, there was trees, wilderness, it was beautiful. Now then you also have to think about the other zoo I used to go to here in Seattle called Woodland Park Zoo. I grew up at that zoo. It has a lot of different cool animals, and I remember specifically seeing these bears, two big bears, or really just awesome, big grizzly bears that were so cool. So fast forward 20 plus years later, insert me. I got to work at both of these facilities. I got to work with those two bears that I saw as a kid. I got to work with them. It was just awesome to see myself growing up from this little kid talking to strangers. That's what my grandmother used to tell me. My grandmother used to tell me that I would talk to strangers while I was visiting the zoo. I was like a little 5-year-old or whatever, just talking to random visitors about the animals. That's basically what I've always wanted to do, which is why I do this now. I love educating people about wildlife. It's my passion. And I do ask myself every day, Jordan, why do you still do this? Put yourself through all these videos, so much of your time to do this. It's because I love it. I love making a person smile and laugh when I tell them animal stories, and I like to throw in a little bit of humor every now and then, and I enjoy that. I feel like it builds passion.
More passion, more energy
in people when I show my passion.
More passion, more energy
and care for the animals. But I want to know, how old were you when you can remember the first time visiting a zoo or aquarium? Let me know down below in the comment section.